Hey there, Eric with you from A to ZPT.com. Thank you for joining me here again. I have a question, actually it's a test. You have a test today, a surprise test. What is happening to our back, to our spine in the following examples? Okay, we're driving in the car for a while. Here, I'll turn this way. This just should to tip it off right away. I'm driving in the car, right? Driving in the car, okay? How about this? We're at the table and we're on our computer, right? Maybe 10, 20 minutes, we're on Facebook or something, okay? How about this? We're texting, maybe even we're standing up and we're texting. Or maybe, what else? We're reading a book. Maybe we're reading a book even. I love reading books, but we're reading a book. What is happening to my spine, to my back here? We're at the grocery store, we're pushing the cart. What is happening there? And there's probably hundreds of more examples I could go through, but I think you're getting the point. All those activities over time, we are really compressing our back, our spine, putting a lot of force down on our spine. Even with gravity working down upon us all day, that spine is really taking a beating from all those activities I mentioned before. And over time, what's going to happen? What's the long-term effect of that? Well, of course, all this muscle, all this tissue in front of us, because of those forces, is going to start to get really tight. It's going to draw everything in, our shoulders, our head, our neck, our hips, our knees, even down to our calves and ankles. Everything's going to tighten up. And what about the muscles on the backside? What's going to happen to those? Well, they're going to all get stretched and become very weak. And over time, continuously through this vicious cycle, we're going to start to assume a posture, a forward lean, a forward posture. And that's just going to wreak havoc on so many different body parts, probably most notably in our back, but it can again affect us from head to toe. So what can we do about this? That's the million-dollar question, right? Let me show you a great movement that you can start doing today that can have an incredible impact on preventing what I just spoke about. So all you have to do is you just get down on the ground here. You can do this anywhere too, at home, in the office, in the grocery store maybe, I don't know, may get some strange looks. Just tell them you're an inspector or something like that. So you just get down on the floor, you're gonna lie down straight on your back, comfortable position here, and then from there, I hope you can see me all right, I'm just gonna take my arms, I'm gonna keep my head down in a neutral position, looking up towards the ceiling, and I'm gonna take my arms, I'm gonna straighten my elbows, and leaning back with my thumbs, I'm going to try to bring them back as far as I can. If you can get all the way down to the floor, to the carpet, that's great. If you can't, go wherever you can with those arms. Just don't go into a painful situation. You may feel some tightness, and that's okay, but if you're feeling pain, back off a little bit. I'm showing off here, I guess. I can get my arms all the way back, and right away when I get to this position, I can already feel a release going down through my arms, through the sides here, my lat muscles and my shoulders, even into my mid-spine and lower spine. I can already feel a nice release. That's called a decompression. So instead of loading my spine like we spoke about earlier with all those activities, now I'm elongating it and I'm decompressing it. I'm taking all those forces off my spine. I'm actually opening it up. It's almost like a form of traction, increasing the area between our joints, between our vertebrae and our back. So I'm opening up here. Feels really good already to start. Even with your head and chin, you can kind of push your head gently back into the carpet. You can feel a nice release in your neck by doing that. So I'm just letting those arms freely fall back. Once I get to my position, my end range of motion, I'm just gonna push those arms back. So I'm pushing back towards the wall behind me here. And once I do that, I can start to feel a release in my hips. Remember, in those postures I was showing you earlier, those hip muscles can get so tight. So by bringing the arms back and then pushing them back, I can feel a release in my hips. I can feel a release in my lower back from this. And now this is the great part. So once I get to this position, I'm as straight as I can. I have my legs as straight as I can also. I can feel the back of my knees against the carpet. From here now, I'm gonna lift up. And this is the key. I'm gonna lift up by pushing my heels down into the carpet. And I'm gonna lift my hips and my rear end off the floor. And by doing that, I'm really activating these muscles behind my knees, up into my thighs, my hamstring muscles. My glute muscles are firing, they're tightening up to lift. And my muscles in my lower back are also have to stabilize to keep my back straight so I don't drop my hips. So here we go, let's try to put it all together. So I'm down, I'm pushing my head back a little bit. I'm bringing my arms as far back as I can. Once I get to that end point, I'm going to pull, or actually I'm going to reach back towards the wall behind me. I can feel the release. Then I'm going to push through my heels and lift my hips and rear end up. And I'm doing this by tightening those muscles behind my thighs. My hamstrings, my glutes are really firing. And as I'm holding this position, I'm continuing to try to reach further and further back behind me, and it's just releasing more and more of the tension from my spine, while at the same time I'm stabilizing it. And that's really the key of this movement. I'm not only elongating it, but I'm teaching my body how to maintain it by using the correct body, by using the correct muscles to stabilize that position. A lot of times we just stretch, and we can hold the stretch for a while, but then we release it. We're not teaching the movement to our body. We're not teaching our body how to maintain that. So when we're done with the stretch, we can then get up and carry that over to everyday's activities. So it's very important to not only get the mobility portion of this movement, but also then you want to teach your body how to sustain that. So when I get up and I go to the grocery store now, I can feel my back straight, and I can feel it straight and maintain that by using the correct mechanics in my body. And that's what I mean by using these muscles to help keep me in that stable position where my back is now in a decompress position instead of allowing it to fall forward with all those forces we talked about earlier. So let's go through one more time. I know I'm probably throwing a lot at you, but I'm a very simple person. What's the KISS acronym? Keep it simple, stupid. You're talking to stupid here. So if I can do it, you can do it. So again, we're going to get down and comfortable on the floor. These are new carpets, by the way. We spare no expense here. So I'm down on these nice new clean carpets, and I'm going to rest comfortably and have my legs straight. I'm going to take my arms back as far as I can. And again, right just from that alone, I'm feeling a release. I'm going to gently push my chin and head back to the floor. I can feel a release in my neck now. From there, I'm going to start to reach back farther and farther with my arms. More release, more decompression. And now here's the key component. I'm going to push my hips down into the ground, and I'm going to lift my hips and shoulders up, or my hips and rear end up, by using those posterior chain muscles in my hamstrings and my glutes. As I hold, as I maintain this position, I'm going to continue to reach back, further lengthening my spine, further decompressing my spine, and letting those great strong muscles maintain this positioning. I can feel again, I think I'm gaining some ground here. I'm going to be about 6'4" after this video. And I'll release. And you will feel such a difference just from doing that. In terms of duration, in terms of how long you want to hold that, the sky's the limit. If you can only do it for 5 to 10 seconds to start, go for it. But the key is we want to try to build upon that so you can get up to a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4, on and on. Again, you're just teaching your body how to work efficiently and effectively by keeping the spine straight, decompressing it, and then allowing the muscles, those key muscles, to work together, to work in unison in order to maintain that so it carries over to real life activities. Please try it. It will make a world of difference instantly. Right when you get up off your floor or wherever you are, you will feel a difference. And throughout the day, I know we're all faced with it. We all get into those positions. Take every half an hour, every hour, take a break, get down wherever you're at and do this little exercise, and you will feel a carryover. Not only in terms of the activity, but you will now be more conscious of your positioning, of your posture throughout the day. World of difference. Please try it. Thanks for watching. Now make it happen. Eric from A to Z PT.com. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.